Hello out there, comic book lovers. It is Friday. So you know what that means. I'm doing my Friday night reviews. I am going to take three comics from the previous Wednesday, so the three what I thought were the best, and do a review of them. And then I'm going to take the one that I liked the least. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, but it's the one that I liked the least. And check it out. And here we go for the last book of the week. The one that I liked the most. That'd be the Department of Truth, number 6. Published by Image. James Tynion IV is the writer. Artist is Alicia... Elsa, E-L-S-A. Then Cartier is the artist. Colorist is Matt Hollingsworth. And it starts out in the famous parking garage scene where Lee Harvey Oswald gets shot. I'm sure we've all seen that a zillion times. And then it switches to, Harvey Oswald talking to the guys from what will become the Department of Truth, saying, hey, look, you're dead. We are going to, we have to keep you downstairs for a while, because, you're the most recognizable person in the world right now. And we want you to help us with this organization. This is kind of a prequel, setting up how he got involved with this, right? And he's like, yeah, well, they're going to keep him downstairs for a while. He says, what is this place? And, what am I going to do? And he says, well, knowledge. You're going to have to read these books. And he's like, yeah, I'm not much of a reader. And he says, well, start. Because this is going to be, you need knowledge to do what you're going to be doing. And he hands him a book. This is the oldest book we have. It's from way, way, way back. And this is going to start explaining certain things. And he says, this is Latin. I don't read Latin. He says, you're going to have to learn. Boom. This is it right here. So it's basically the story of, this is Black Forest, 1000 AD. And it's narrated by a guy by the name of Brother Thomas. And it's got art from like they have back in the day. And you can see that woman right there. She's made some appearances in the previous books. Still don't know who he is. And he's like, okay, my cart broke down. Where can I go get it fixed? And she said it's a place just up the road. And he comes across a lady here at a brook and says, hey, cart's broke down. Where can I go to get some help? It turns out that he was being sent by the Pope to investigate a witch who lived in the Black Forest and see what's going on. And it turns out that this woman is the witch. Of course, she was a pagan. She had little herbs and spices. She wasn't Catholic, and so back in the time they considered anyone who did stuff like that as a witch. And so he and she got into a big conversation and other stuff, and it gets into a discussion of the new calendar at the time, the one we're on now, and how that was being used to control the populace, and how Charlemagne, the emperor, was a prop, fake emperor installed by the church to help control the masses. And of course, this is, I guess, where they start. This was meant to show where the whole Department of Truth got its roots and started. And it fits in with the whole, I guess, thesis of the book is, or not thesis, I guess, but underlying meaning of the book is, it's all about control. Controlling people's perceptions, if you control the people's perceptions, you control the masses. And whoever does the best job at it has the most control. And it comes to a big conclusion at the end. I won't do it, but you see him, he came to a big conclusion right there, and which will show you, I guess, where they're going to go in the next book. This one wasn't as good as the last few, and I can see what they were trying to do, show that yes, this is how we started, and yada yada yada, and showing how Lee Harvey Oswald got into the organization and eventually moved up to the top, where he's in charge, and how the organization started back, 1,020 years ago or so. But I don't know, this one wasn't as great. It wasn't as good as before. I mean, I'm sure this is just a one-off. It's been a good series all along, and every once in a while you get an issue that's not as good, or a story that's not as good, and this is one of them. But it does still fit in with the tone and point of the book, of what they're trying to get at. So I'm just going to have to sit here. I might give it a 3.75 out of 5, because it's just, it wasn't as good as the previous ones before, but that's not saying much, because all the other ones have been good. So something that's not as good as something that was good before doesn't make it bad. It just, it's still better than some of the other books that I read this week, especially the first one. So 3.75 out of 5, and I definitely will be picking up the next book, because I do want to see where they go with this one, which I guess they did their job on that one, make you want to continue reading. So if you read the book, have you been reading the series? Let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and most of all, enjoy your comics.